What's up, YouTube? My name is Coach Scott, and I'm going to go over some permit questions. This is segment 2. I posted segment 1 last night. So this is to prepare you to take the Florida permit test. Okay. So I'm going to start with a few questions here. When you're approaching a car from the rear at night, so from behind, okay, and you have your bright headlights on, you should dim your lights within how many feet of it? And it's 300 feet. If you're head on, it's 500 feet. Okay. As you prepare to turn right at an intersection, what should you do? Okay. First, have your signal on. Second, make sure you turn nearest lane to you. And then also, you should be checking any type of blind spot and looking for any type of bicyclist. If you're stopping for a bus and it's on the same side of the road as you, you must stop. If you're on the opposite side of the bus, then you don't have to stop as long as there's a median that's greater than 5 feet. Okay. Which car has the right of way at a 4-way stop sign intersection? Okay. And whoever gets there first has the right of way. After that, if you get there at the same time, then it's the person to your right. Okay. What do you do at an intersection with a flashing red light? Okay. You treat it like a stop sign, and you have to fully stop. Okay. And then check the intersection, then you can proceed. When it's a flashing yellow light, then you can go ahead and proceed with caution, but be prepared to stop. What should you do if a traffic light goes green to a steady yellow? Well, if it goes green to a steady yellow, then you should be preparing to stop because it's about to turn red. Also, a stale green light is something it's basically a traffic light that you have not seen it turn green. So if it's stale, meaning you didn't see it turn green, then you got to be ready to stop. And that's when you're coming up to an intersection. Now, if it's a fresh green light, fresh means you saw it change, so you know you're probably not gonna have to stop, but you might have to, so you have to kind of pay attention. When can you turn left when traffic light is red? Okay, so if you're at an intersection, the only time you can ever turn left, okay, is on a one-way road, blah, 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 one-way road, and that's basically the only time you're gonna be able to turn left, unless it's an intersection you're able to turn left. Okay, but most times it's just a one-way. Which way can you turn if you are in the center turn lane? And basically, if you're in the center turn lane, you're only going to be able to turn in which that direction the arrow is pointing on the ground. Okay, you're not going to be able to do a U-turn. You have to follow the direction of the arrow. When can you turn right onto a multi-lane road? And then which lane do you turn into? So when you're turning right on a multi-lane road, okay, most of the time you're going to be turning from, if you're in the very right lane, you got to turn right to right. And then if it's a left lane, you got to turn left to left. Okay. When can you drive on the left side of the road, of a 2-lane road? Okay. And that's only when you're passing. All right. So remember that, only when you're passing. Can you flash your turn signals to let others know that you can pass? I wouldn't do that. So I would not flash your turn signals. I would flash your bright headlights. Okay, so at a railroad crossing with lights and gates, when do you stop? And you need to make sure you stop behind the white line and then also before the gate. Don't stop in the middle because you're going to get hit by a train. Okay. Okay, at a railroad crossing without lights and gates, where do you stop? Okay, I would stop at least 2 car lengths away from the railroad tracks. What should you do if you're being tailgated? And tailgating is when someone's right behind you really close. And what should you do? You should, first of all, okay, get out of their way. Get in the right lane or left lane, whatever it is to get out of their way. If they continue to follow you, then you can call the cops. You can report it. But do not involve yourself with that driver. Because if you do, you might be involved in road rage, and then therefore you don't know what's going to go on after that. When you see red reflectors on the road, what does that mean? Okay, that if you actually see red, if they're red on the floor, so there were red reflectors on the floor, it means you're going the wrong way, and I would turn around as soon as you can. Okay, when you approach a bicyclist from the rear, you should slow down and leave at least 3 feet, okay, between you and the bicyclist you pass. All right, so what else we got here? All right, so I've gone over a few other things. As far as the permit test, just to talk a little bit about it, it's going to be 50 questions, okay? There's about 7 different tests they give out. It's basically multiple choice. You can only get 10 wrong. If you get 11 wrong, it fails you, and then you have to retake it. But here's the thing when you're taking the test. Okay, there's going to be 2 close answers. Okay, so there's going to be a full answer, and there's going to be the real answer. Make sure you know the full answer. So you got to go through these questions. You got to memorize them. And basically, that's what you have to do. So hopefully you use this review. That was about 15 questions. I went over a few more in the first segment, and I hope you have a good day. So enjoy.